What's up everybody, Justin with Atomic Reptiles here, coming back at you with a brand new video. Now I did have another video planned, but ran into a few snags. I'm still going to do that video, but I didn't want you to be without one, even though I know I've been slacking. So I had the issue of trying to really figure out some content to create. And then something happened, and it was great. So this video is going to be kind of like a review video of my racking system. So I have these racks here. These are Vivarium Electronics racks, VE6s. All three of these. These are ordered through Reptile Basics. I like these a lot. They do well. Each one for hatchlings will hold 18. For a little bit bigger, it'll hold, what is that, 12? And then for larger grow out females or males, it'll hold 6. These are awesome little racks. I have no issues with these. Then I got this rack here, and this rack is another Reptile Basics rack. It's a Vivarium Electronics CB-70. This rack I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. It's still a good rack, and if you have a 9-foot arm, maybe not that long, but a really long arm, then it's great. And with this rack, you'll notice that right now my thermostat is not turned on. In fact, it is not even plugged in. And we'll get to that reason. Then we have the rack here in the center, and this is my ARS rack. It's a, I want to say 1065, 1075, something like that. Or at least the beginnings of it. And so one of the things that I love about ARS is that I can order the levels as I need them. So the thing that happened is actually with this rack here. And this video is going to show you the single thing that makes me hate this rack. And that is the thermostat probe. I keep my thermostat probe here in the center, and when I pull this tub out, it constantly gets caught and snagged, ends up pushing out of place. And so I actually noticed that all 5 of my females in here were jumping up to the front of the tub, and that's unusual. And so I started temping the tubs, and they were indeed hot. And so I investigated and noticed that the thermostat probe was out of place, causing the heat tape to stay on longer. So I immediately unplugged it as soon as I noticed. Now we are creating a video because we need to fix it. And it's a pain in the butt to fix. It is the single most reason why I hate this rack. Now I fix mine probably a little different, right? Many people, they can pull this out and, you know, reach into the back and reposition. I can't do that. I have short arms. So historically, what I've had to do is take all the females out and basically completely disassemble the rack. But I have found an easier way around that. And I know you're not going to be able to see what's going on fully. But what I'm doing is pulling off the back. Now I have to do this to this rack frequently enough that it's a pain in the neck. So I pulled the back out completely off. As you can see, I pushed the center tub out. Now what that does is that allows me to put this probe back into place. So what this probe is, on these shelves, it kind of sits in there, you know, flat like this, right? And so you put it in flat like that, and then there's a 90-degree angle this way. Comes over, and then there's a 90-degree angle this way. And so it's supposed to be able to sit within this groove on the actual rack like that. But these tubs, they like to snag onto the Vivarium Electronics probe tip and pull it out of place and push it out of place. The number one thing that I hate about this rack and these tubs. So now that I got the back off, I can push this further out. And get the thermostat back in place. All right, so now my thermostat is back in place. I can put in my back. Now I've contemplated not putting the back on because I am moving more towards being an ARS shop. And I do have the ARS tub, or the ARS racks, already ordered to replace this one. All right, now bring this out. This is the hard part, getting this back in. Now, if I had pulled all of the tubs out, this would be much easier. But I don't like doing that if I don't have to. Right now, the fact that I've had this rack for a little over a year, and I've had to do this a lot. And being that this is just plastic, in fact that hole is already garbage, eventually all of these screw holes aren't going to work. Which will make this rack basically useless for anybody. That one's bad. So now I've got that back in place, put back together, I can plug the probe back in, plug this back in, push that and plug it in. Wait for this to boot up. I immediately see that it's turned on and my probe is reading 85 degrees. That is the number one reason that I hate that rack, and why I do not recommend it. The VE6 racks, by all means, absolutely. In fact, I will probably be buying more of these. The difference with these is they're vision tubs, and they have a smooth underside so they don't get caught on the thermostat or the grooves. These are iris tubs and they've got a little ledge on the bottom. But if you get rid of the ledge on the bottom, there's too big of a gap. I know that they have a new version of this that I think uses the vision tubs, because these iris tubs have been discontinued. That might be a good option as a replacement for this, if you like the Vivarium Electronics. product line. VE6s, I will use these all day long for my males and hatchlings. My own grow outs will always be in the ARS. And I've got more ARS coming to replace this. I will have more ARS coming to replace these for my males. It is what it is. I like ARS. They're super durable, easy to clean, and if the thermostat probe comes off for whatever reason, then it's my fault, not the rack's fault, not the tub's fault. So there it is. The number one reason why I hate the CB-70 rack and do not recommend anybody purchase it. I hope y'all are having a good time. Maybe not a good time during these quarantine days, but I hope that you're at least staying healthy. So, till next time, I'll be seeing you.